time-sensitive matter, I'd appreciate it if you took to the case, Jace. I will, however, be willing to answer any questions you might have before we say farewell for now. In that case... You said you know everything you need to know about me, but there's not a hell of a lot I know about you. I take it you don't read the papers in that case. I read the papers when I'm in a trashy enough mood. But I meant the kind of stuff I'd want to know if I'm going to be working with you. If it's juicy personal tidbits you want, the papers are still your best resource. Journalists are more than happy to write falsifying articles bound up in sensationalism. It lets them keep their jobs. Trash like that is particularly popular when the bird in question doesn't fall under the category of male. Yeah, falsifying. There's the problem. I want to know the facts, not the gratuitous lore. Facts are detectives' only real ally. Then perhaps you should get to solving my test for you. Then we'll talk. If you want to keep me as a potential client, I'd get to that and stop pressing on this particular matter. Mind giving me a short recap on that night you last saw your husband? I told you just about all there is to know, really. Okay, thank you, Mom, for that text. No specific details bring to mind? Nothing unusual? The only unusual thing about it is that there was truly nothing unusual about the proceeding or during it. Other than his prized skeleton watch being strangely left on the table, no signs of a struggle, he just up and vanished, as if he'd never existed to begin with. And you didn't notice anyone who shouldn't have been there? As far as shouldn't have been there, well, that depends on your definition. The hell do you mean that depends? Mag's Magpie, the city's foremost crime lord, as you likely knew, and a visitor to that particular social event. Oh, believe me, we've had our share of run-ins, more than I want to think about. You really invited that politician, blackmailing, fledgling, killing scum? I didn't. Duke did. Believe me, I was very much against the idea. So why wasn't Duke? Alright. This is primarily a personal theory, but I've had the feeling Duke's been, how'd you say, under Mag's thumb for a bit. It's been a very recent suspicion of mine. And with how busy both of us are, I haven't had the time to press him further on the matter. But by chance, I've seen the Magpie around Duke's offices every now and then. Something that was much rarer. I don't know what he has on Duke, but I can say with certainty it's been years since we've invited him to any event of ours. Still can't believe we invited that infernal egg to anything at all. The city is ruled by money, not morals. Fair enough. Mag's Magpie, then. A bird I'll keep an eye out for. I think I've heard enough. I'll be heading off to solve that kid's riddle of yours. Very well. I think I'll go do a bit of stargazing. I'll see you later, Chirpums. Or perhaps not. With that, she hangs up. A case at last. It's time for this sparrow to fly the coop. Freaking finally. Alright. Save the game. Let's go to the map. So a miracle happened. That can only mean you got yourself a client. Can't tell if it's a miracle or a sign of hell freezing over. Hey, I've had jobs in the past and I do them well. You know I'm just pulling your tail feathers. Shake your tail feathers. The fact is, anyone's too scared with righting wrongs in a city like this. You might be the best of the best, but you can't entirely control supply and demand. Don't remind me. So how about that vodka you promised? I'm a bird true to my word. Stuff's not half bad. We only stock the best of alcohol-laden vices. Now get your feathers back to sleuthing. You sure I can't squeeze just one more shot out of you? As sure as there's a gun on my side of the bar table. Oh, snap. Dame's riddle. She said something about taking a walk on a path with a view. Something like that. Guess this might be as good a place as any to look. I look around and... nada. I'm not finding so much as a scrap of paper or a piece of lint, if those were even what I'm looking for. And let's hope they're not. Guess I shouldn't have expected it to be that easy to find whatever it is I'm looking for. Think I'll stick to the park entrance. I used to be the taking walks kind of sparrow. Guess age is finally getting to me in these towns. Dame's riddle, what was it again? She said something about taking a walk in a place with a view. And, well, as far as places with nice views go, you don't get a hell of a lot to work with in Beakingham. Excuse me. Wonder if it's somewhere around here. A posh socialite like Dame wouldn't go near a trash can in a public park with a 10-foot pole. Or would she? I rummaged around the thing before noticing something bright. I'll be damned. A watch. When that looks way too damn pricey and well kept for anyone in their right mind to throw out. Then again, you never know with these prissy rich types. They could probably drop $100 bill on the ground and not bother to pick it up. Well, here's to hoping this is the ticket to Dame's little test. She'd said she'd meet me back at the nest. What's that mean? What's that mean? That the damn dove can see me? File that under unnerving. Either way, now's a good time as any to head back. Maybe I'll take a new route home. Hell, why not? I'm thinking a little change from routine could be good for the soothing soul. I'm not a sparrow that avoids the more questionable parts of the city. That's the world I grew up in. Heard more gunshots than fireworks as a fledgling. But this night I turn a different corner, take a different intersection, walk down a different road. And here's where it takes me. Red's Books and News. Never heard of the place. By the looks and size of it, that's no shocker. But I'd be lying if I said my senses could ignore the smell of sweet coffee drifting from the little stand. And if there's anything I could go for around midnight aside from whiskey, it's a little pick-me-up called caffeine. I turn my attention to what I have to assume is the sole proprietor. He's a scrawny youngster of a herring? A fish? And more or less what you'd expect from your typical newsbird to look like. Now what am I in the mood for? Hard-boiled? Duh. Hey, kid. One coffee. Make it as black as sin and bitter as life. I flip a coin at him with another word, and he just barely catches it. Just a coffee? You can't have coffee without a paper to wash it down with. And oh, I don't mean it literally. Reading and coffee, well, makes the caffeine work twice as good it does. Good wake-up for the brain. Huh, nice sales pitch. They'll have to try harder than that to coerce a newspaper abstaining bird like me into wasting money he doesn't have to begin with. Oh, but listen. The Beakingham Post, it's the most accurate source of news you'll ever read. Very good stuff. Accurate's a damn loose term when you're talking about the shit journalists spew. Excuse me if I disagree. Yikes. Kid slams the cup of Joe on the counter and more than a few drops spill out. I pick it up before he can do more damage to the thing. It's the only chance I got at pulling the all-nighter it looks like I'm gonna have after all. This is a local paper written and edited entirely by me, myself, and I. It's not just a paper, it's my life. Even better, a newspaper from the perspective of a single bird. I guess on the upside, you don't have to exaggerate your articles with forged facts and sensationalism to impress editors. So there's that. That's completely and entirely correct. I don't aim for sales, I aim for the truth. Whether or not birds want to hear it. Yeah, well, we're all looking for some kind of truth. Just try not to get yourself killed while you're at it. You look young. You look like you've got a life ahead of you. There's birds I'd kill for less than having a tarnishing article written about them. Watch your damn back. Maybe I'll give it a look-see sometime. Maybe I won't. Be seeing you, kiddo. I tip my hat, and with my cup, I take my leave. How's business? It'd be better if you wanted to buy a paper. Come on, half off, just for you. I told you, kid, I'll think about it. They say there's a sixth sense in all of us. We just don't know what it is, how it works. I say it's the feeling you get when you stand in front of your office and something tells you not to open the door. I think it's the feeling I'm getting right here, right now. And when I see that silhouette through the glass, I know I'm right. I slide my hat down, open the door with one wing, and sit down at my desk and don't even bother looking at her. She wants a reaction. I don't have to give her any of that. I grab my bottle of Grackle's finest and the Dame, silky plumage and all, just sits, no words, like she owns the damn place. Dame Dove wants to play the quiet game, eh? I can work with that. I turn, stare out the window. All right, damn it. Are you going to tell me how you got in, or do I gotta ask? Neither, I believe. A bird with no secrets in their life becomes dull. I think I'll keep that as one of mine. However, it's nice to hear your voice in the flesh. You truly do look as put together as I was imagining. Which is to say, not that much at all. You can thank that short little watch hunt of yours. At least I'm assuming that's what the joke of a riddle is about. If it weren't, I wouldn't be here now, would I? Guess not. Well, since we both know enough about each other and the case at hand, I guess introductions aren't in order. I suppose not, although being here myself was meant as a bit of a formality. Here's the check for the $3,000 in full. I glance at it. I'm pretending like that thing doesn't hold the key to the most money I've had in a long time. But hell, Dame can see the room around her. No secret that's a damn pretty penny for a bird like me living in a roost like this. Is it to your liking? Yeah, everything looks in order. I start tonight. How very prompt. I'm a professional at promptness, sleuthing, lots of useful things. The papers strewn about here say otherwise. Hey, I got a system. It works. Anyway, you need anything else, you just give a ring. I imagine I will. Well then, Chirpums, I'll be on my way. Hold your feathers. What about the skeleton watch you just had me find? That's gotta be a good $100,000 worth. I've considered it for a bit, but I believe it will be critical in finding Dick. Partly a feeling, partly the sheer fact that it was left at his last known location. And you don't think I'll just turn up, I'll just up and run off with the thing and sell it for a good chunk of money? Find myself a nice place in the Bahamas to retire in with the profit? I think that out of the little you do own, detective, you have ideas, values, beliefs. Your job's more important than the money, or you wouldn't be doing this. Anyway, detective, I'll be waiting to hear all about the results of this case. And preferably to find my husband back safely. Expect a call all about that soon, then. She pauses and leaves without another word. So I've got two things going for me. First, the skeleton watch. It's gotta be the key to something. Duke Dove's prized item, left at the scene of his disappearance, in the middle of an event no less. Dame said her husband is never seen without it. Keeps it locked up when he's not wearing it. When I look it over, there's no traces of blood, no scuff marks, nothing. Only thing you could consider odd about the device is the fact that it's out of batteries. There's something about it, though. I just can't tell what it is yet. The second lead I've got is Magpie Mags himself, crime lord extraordinaire and potential blackmailer of Duke Dove. It's not a lot, but it'll have to do. You don't become a detective for an easy job with even easier answers. But no matter how hard, the answers always surface sooner or later. Now to find some of them.